On this episode of the Bronze Metalist podcast, we talk about Night of the Lizards, or Night of the Saurus, depending upon the translation, because the title's in Finnish, and God knows I'm not reading that, by Hevisaurus.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to another episode of the Bronze Medalist Podcast. I'm Kale.
I'm OJ.
We're two professional broadcasters. We like metal, and we like to talk about it. And we're getting back into metal after a non-metal month, and OJ chose an interesting one.
Yeah.
Hevisaurus is a Finnish heavy metal band that is themed around dinosaurs, and they perform in dinosaur costumes because they are ultimately a kids heavy metal band. And I could not tell you what the title of this album was in Finnish, but I know when I looked it up on Wikipedia, the Wikipedia page was only available in Finnish, but Google was able to automatically translate it, and it translates to Night of the Lizards or Night of the Saurus.
Sure.
Because, I mean, Saurus just is lizard in Latin.
I mean, because it just sounds, when you say Night of the Saurus, it just sounds like...
That sounds like Tuesday.
Yeah.
So Hevisaurus, again, a Finnish band. All of their lyrics are entirely in Finnish. This is, I don't think they're particularly looking to market themselves outside of Finland.
No, this is for Finnish kids, and it's really actually very good.
Yeah, it's remarkably well done. It's not like they were like, let's make a kids metal band and have it be not very good. They were like, no, we're going to take this seriously. Because if there's a band from any country that's like, let's make a kid-friendly heavy metal band and have it be good, it was going to be Finland. If any country in the world was going to do that, it was going to be Finland.
Right. In fact, I think that it's contractually obligated that when the Wiggles play in Finland, they have to have metal guitars with it.
Yeah. Well, because that, like, metal in general is, per capita, one of the most popular just genres in Finland.
Right.
Like there are, melodic death metal albums that reach, top 10 releases there.
This was a second most selling album that year.
Yeah, it hit like number 3, I think, as far as charts anyway go.
Right.
Not necessarily, end of the year sales, but like, the charts and whatnot.
And you know what? One thing I really love, past the point where this is for children.
Yeah.
You have no context for any of the other incidental shit that happens in here. Because you're listening to this power metal song, like you think, if you heard it in English, you're thinking it's going to be something about, attacking the wizard at the top of the mountain or some sort of glorious battle, and suddenly there's mooing.
Yeah.
Why is there mooing? What is this song about?
Occasionally there's words that apparently were, just did not have a word, a root in the Finnish language, so it's identifiable, like pizza, for example.
Right. There's a song about pizza.
And that was, I was like, okay, well, I know what this song is about. It's apparently about pizza. But for the most part, otherwise, no fucking clue.
But they spell it in Finnish.
Yeah.
But they say it pizza.
Yes, it's spelled differently,
like
but it's
P-I-T-K-Z-A.
That. But it is phonetically very identifiable as pizza.
Right.
But we'll talk more about Hevisaurus later on. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very
much.
I'm exhausted, but it's been.
It's been okay.
It has been.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
It's been how long?
Week.
How long has it been?
It's been 1 week.
All right.
Since I talked to you here.
Here, yes.
Yeah.
It's been much sooner than that since you've talked to me in general.
Right. That was approximately 4:30 this afternoon.
Yeah, that was the last time you talked to me.
Right. Let's see. In video games, I started playing an older game. It's called oh my god, Miami. It's
Hotline Miami.
Hotline Miami, yeah.
Right?
Hotline, yeah. It is Hotline.
There's I was thinking of there's a movie called Miami Connection. That's a famous bad movie.
Right.
And that was like, is that the title of that movie or is that the title of the game?
No,
but yeah. Hotline Miami.
Yeah, my 14-year-old said, "Dad, you got to play this." He said, if you want to get better at other games, like anything that's bothering you in any other game, because I still haven't beat Horizon Forbidden West. I got that a long time ago, and I still haven't got through it. But he says, if you want to get back into those, if you can master this game, you can do anything.
Yeah,
you could be king of the world because it's a hard game.
Yeah, it's. I've not played it, but I've watched it be played.
Well, you got a couple of megabytes of disk space. You can
it's a very it's not a graphically intensive game by any means, but it's a very reflex intensive game.
Right.
It's the sort of thing where you are kind of meant to perfect. The only way to complete the levels is to do them perfectly.
Right. You get shot once you're dead.
Yeah.
And then you have to start each floor over for wherever.
Yeah. And generally speaking, that kind of game does not appeal to me at all. It's just a recipe for me getting really, really, really frustrated.
And that was his comment, by the way. I played the first few floors of the first level. And Max is like, wow, I can't believe you haven't thrown the controller yet.
I feel like it might not be your game. I feel like it'd be bad for your blood pressure.
It might be. In fact, I was having chest pains for a while.
Yeah, I think maybe it's...
I had to have a nitro.
Yeah. I think that might not be the game for you.
Yeah, it might not.
I've seen it be played. It seems interesting, but it just does not seem like my sort of thing for me to personally play.
So now see if you can see what type of games I would almost compare it to. You die constantly, and the dogs are a pain in the ass.
Yeah, it's a little bit like a FromSoft game.
Yeah,
but at least in a FromSoft game, you don't generally die instantly.
No,
and the things that you do die instantly to are usually big telegraphed moves that you have some time to react to, instead of just a guy came around a corner and shot you immediately,
right? And
now you're dead.
Start over.
Yeah, and as I understand, the respawns are practically instant, right?
There, I mean, it's a very lo-fi top-down sort of game. It looks like it might have been from
hyper-violent.
There's a lot of blood.
Yeah.
And a lot of, oh my God, hyper-violent. Yeah. You decapitate bodies.
Yeah.
And if you move a certain way, you'll kick their head out into the hallway. And
yeah. It's I think it's largely inspired by the movie Drive, which is a Nicholas Winding Refn movie. That's the one with Ryan Gosling.
Okay, yeah.
Where he kicks a guy's head in an elevator at one point.
Yeah.
It's as I understand, very heavily inspired by that movie.
Okay, because there was another movie a few years before that called Drive that was just Oscar bait. It was hard to watch because of that.
Are you thinking of Drive or are you thinking of Crash?
Oh, I was thinking of Crash.
And there are also two movies called Crash.
That was it.
There's the Oscar bait one, and then there's the David Cronenberg one, which is very different.
Very different.
And is, more like what we were talking about, extremely gory, because I think it has to do with people who like. I think they have like a fetish for like car crash shit or something like that. I've only heard about the movie, and heard it mostly in reference to the fact that it has the same name as the what is widely regarded as one of the worst Best Picture winners.
Right. That's right.
It's a movie that won Best Picture, and immediately after it won Best Picture, everyone started talking about how much they fucking hate it.
Yeah.
Which is like, well, then why did it win?
Because the Oscars are bullshit.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes, sometimes there's a movie that wins Best Picture, and I'm like, yes. Return of the King got Best Picture.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Shape of Water got Best Picture. All right.
Great
there's times where it's like, yes, that makes sense.
Actually, Rotten Tomatoes put out a list. Was it yesterday or something like that of the top 25 movies of the last 25 years. And it was based like solely on on the numbers.
Yeah.
And the number one picture on their list didn't get Best Picture.
Which was
Fury Road.
Yeah. I mean, I believe it was nominated for Best Picture, wasn't it?
Maybe.
Fury Road was nominated for a few Oscars. I know.
It didn't win the Best.
Yeah, I know it didn't win, but I think it was nominated that year, which was kind of a shock to everyone because it's like, oh, this, big action movie that's just one long chase scene is nominated for Best Picture, but it is fucking. It is
beautifully shot. The story within the action is great.
Yeah, it's a wonderful, amazing movie. I adore Fury Road. And I think Furiosa is really good as well.
I agree.
A lot of people weren't super keen on Furiosa. But I loved that movie. And it's my favorite thing I've ever seen Chris Hemsworth in. Not that I don't like Chris Hemsworth in general, but it's probably the best I've ever seen him act, and he's just so totally unhinged.
He's unhinged. He's violent and weird at the same time.
Yeah, he's so weird. His voice is so he's right up here, and apparently that was him doing an impression of his grandfather. It's like, God damn, your grandpa sounded like that.
Really?
But yeah, he's. It's my favorite Chris Hemsworth performance in anything because he's just so he's weird and he's so violent but and unhinged, but he's also like magnetic.
Right.
He's got there's this undeniable like charisma and magnetism to the character beyond how crazy he is. Where you could get like, oh, this is how this guy has a massive horde of bikers following.
This is why he's in charge. You can tell why he's in charge.
Yeah.
Because people want to follow him.
Yeah, I want to rewatch Furiosa now.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it.
I've seen it a couple times.
There's a couple bits in it where it's like okay, like the sort of like romantic interest of Furiosa feels like he sort of kind of came and went without all that much fanfare. Jack, I think his name was.
Yeah, sure.
Where like he's introduced as like her mentor, and then when they're when things come to a head, it's like, oh wait, are they in love? Wait, when did that happen? And he's just by his costume alone, it's like, okay, so this guy's supposed to be like Max, but isn't Max. Jack is more like Max than Max was in Fury Road.
Right.
Jack is more similar to Mel Gibson's Max Rockatansky than Tom Hardy's Max Rockatansky was.
Right, and according to lore,
it might not be the same guy.
It's not the same guy. It's many years later.
Well, it's one of those things where those movies do not have a canon, in my opinion. It's all just kind of whatever. Like Fury Road and Furiosa, I think, are kind of the only two movies that you can really I guess the first and second movie, the original trilogy and the new movies, in my opinion, are two entirely separate things, and attempting to link them together other than with the thinnest, most tenuous of threads is pointless, in my opinion. I think they're two almost entirely separate properties.
Reboot.
Yeah, it's a reboot in my opinion.
Right, because I've heard people say that the feral kid from Road Warrior
is supposed to be Max
in
in Fury Road, which doesn't make sense to me because it's like, where did he get the car?
Yeah,
because the car is the same car that he had in Road Warrior, which doesn't survive the end of the movie.
It does not.
So that's it. That's why I'm like, it's more meant to be a soft reboot, and you can Max kind of started in the same spot.
Right.
Similar things happened to him. He's done similar things. He's wearing the he's wearing the knee brace. He's got all this stuff, but. Having the plots be directly connected and having there be some kind of continuity is, to me, it's kind of like, I don't think.
That's unnecessary.
It's unnecessary. That's exactly it. You don't need it. You don't need these movies to be, have direct continuity for them to be what they are. They're just tales from the wasteland.
Which is what we originally called this podcast, wasn't it?
Yeah. Tales from the Wasteland. The wasteland that is North Dakota.
Yeah.
See, that's not accurate to call it a wasteland, because a wasteland implies that you can't use the land for anything.
Right, and what is it? 2/3 of the food that Americans eat comes from here.
I mean,
3/4.
Probably it's a significant portion. I don't think it would be that significant.
7/8 of the food.
We grow all of the food here in this one state.
Yeah.
Kansas and Nebraska, all those other places, they don't do shit.
No, they don't.
All those other places where fruit grows, they.
This is where all the fruit comes from.
Yeah, we grow so much fruit here.
Oh yeah, totally. Try oranges. That's why they call us the Sunshine State.
Yeah, we do have a couple of vineyards.
That's true.
But they've had to do some science to get those to work.
Right.
But
I know a guy who has a vineyard who advanced to making wine from selling weed.
I mean,
yeah.
They say it's a gateway drug. They don't tell you a gateway to what.
Right, exactly.
It's a gateway to owning your own vineyard.
It's a gateway to Merlot.
Yeah. It's a gateway to Parmesan. It is California wine. If you don't know what the fuck noises we just made, look up Orson Welles champagne commercial, and you'll have a good time.
Right.
Orson Welles, director of perhaps the greatest movie of all time, noted director, actor, writer, drunk off his ass,
progressively drunker even,
trying to record lines for a champagne commercial because the way they got him to do the commercial was to let him drink as much as he wanted.
Right. And it was just all these outtakes because he's hammered.
Action, Orson. Just say anything.
Yeah.
It's wonderful. It's beautiful. I love it. I rearranged in this room a little bit.
I saw that. I noticed it. This table's not usually at my back here.
Yeah, I wanted because the shelf, the drawers on the bottom, the bottom of that shelf, which is, I mean, it's technically like a nightstand,
right?
But there's shelves on it and there's drawers on the bottom of it, and that's where I've got a bunch of painting and modeling shit.
Sure.
And I thought it would be nice to have that next to the table where I'm actually doing the stuff, to not have to go over there to grab it.
So do you have the lamp still plugged in there? Or?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. And so I moved some of the stuff over, and I like it. It does. The opposite wall does feel like it's empty now.
Right. You need to put some sort of art up there or something.
Yeah. That'd be nice. I've thought that.
Yeah. Yeah. It looks naked over there.
It's like McCavity when he shows up without his jacket.
Right.
Towards the end of Cats. And you realize he's been naked. You realize all the cats have been naked the whole time.
Right. Did they release a butthole edition?
No. Why would they?
I don't know. I mean,
they wouldn't actually. There's no reason why they would do that. It would. First of all, it would take too much work to release something that, because these are, while they are technically anthropomorphized cats. Those are human actors, so what you would have is an NC-17 film.
But they wouldn't be actual buttholes. They'd
be digitally recreated buttholes, but they'd be in between human butt cheeks, albeit covered in a layer of digital fur. I don't think that matters to the MPAA. I don't think it matters to them that, but see, these aren't humans. They're cats that are shaped like humans.
Right.
It's like, sir, you put Jason Derulo's digital butthole on screen. You made us look at Rebel Wilson's digital butthole. Fucking James Corden's digital butthole. It's getting an NC-17.
if we say Dame
Judy Dench's digital butthole.
Don't get me wrong. I kind of want to see that.
And her watch.
Right.
I don't think her watch was still in the version that we watched.
No.
I think that was only in the original theatrical release version. That they had to do a patch. They did a hot fix like it's a fucking video game. They had to patch out Judi Dench's watch because she couldn't be fucked to take the watch off while she was on set. I mean, if you're operating under the understanding that artists are going to be, covering everything up with a bunch of CGI bullshit, why would you take your watch off?
Right.
Why bother? She probably kept her watch on so she could look at it and see how much fucking time was left in the day that she was obligated to be there by contract.
Right.
When can I leave? I'm better than this. And she was right.
Oh, yeah. I wish they would add digital buttholes to other movies.
Like what?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't even think of a movie that would be
Clockwork Orange?
All the James Bond films.
I was trying Citizen Kane. I was trying to think of Citizen Kane first, and I couldn't, so that's why I said Clockwork Orange.
You just see his sphincter open and close.
Speaking of Citizen Kane, did you know that the one of the original Rosebud sleds sold at auction for some ridiculously high number? I can't remember. It's like it's the most anybody has ever paid at auction for a movie prop.
Sure.
Appropriately, because it's from fucking Citizen Kane.
Right.
Guess who had that prop? For decades?
Chevy Chase?
Nope. It appeared on screen in almost every movie since he got it. Every movie this man made since he got it, it appeared on screen as an Easter egg.
Is this person still alive?
Yeah.
So is that a director?
Mm-hmm.
Is it Steven Spielberg?
No, I think Steven Spielberg does have a Rosebud of some kind, but it wasn't this one. It was Joe Dante.
Joe Dante, really?
Yeah, Joe Dante was recording something at Universal Studios, I think, as the story goes, and they were throwing stuff out, and the crew that was throwing stuff out, like, he saw them throwing like props out and whatnot, and he went out to go look at them because he's a director, he's a movie nerd, and he's a huge movie nerd.
Yeah.
And so he sees Rosebud, and he's like,
trash heap.
And he's looking at it, and one of the guys is like, "You can take that if you want." It's like, okay. Yeah, and so he took it and subsequently included it in every film he made after that as an Easter egg, among the dozens of other Easter eggs riddled in every Joe Dante movie. Most of which are just actors that he likes working with and continuously put in his movies. But yeah, I can't remember how much it sold for. It was insane. Tens of millions of dollars.
Wow.
I think. I don't know who bought it, but yeah, he or why Joe Dante sold it, but I mean, it's not like he can take it with you when you go, and he's not a young man anymore. But
what was his last movie?
It was something that I hadn't even heard of when I learned about it. Red Letter Media did a video about Joe Dante's career recently, and that's why I know that story about Rosebud, because they were talking about the different Easter eggs, and then Rosebud got brought up.
Wow.
But yeah, it's kind of, they pointed out that it's an interesting sort of reversal of what happens to the actual Rosebud in the movie, which is, it getting thrown into the furnace. Yeah. And this is, Joe Dante taking it out of the trash, which is kind of a fun little bit of poetry, I guess. But yeah, I found that intriguing. But yeah, you know what else I found intriguing?
What would you find intriguing?
Hevisaurus. I guess I didn't do a lot of research because I listened to the album. I was making dinner and I was like, okay, I'll start listening to the album. And I started a little bit later than I intended to, and so I was done listening to it a couple minutes before you got here.
Okay.
And I hadn't done a lot of research, but I know the founding member of the band. Basically, he started the band simply because he noticed that there weren't any kid-friendly heavy metal bands, or at least none in Finland, doing music in the Finnish language, and so he decided to start one, and they're themed around dinosaurs because kids fucking love dinosaurs.
They do.
That's just a fact.
And I understand. I don't know firsthand, but some adults really like dinosaurs.
I don't know where you would have heard something like that.
No, I don't know.
I don't know any grown adult who still enjoys dinosaurs.
What even is a dinosaur?
See, that's one of the things that is funny to me when people are like, "You're interested in dinosaurs?" It's like, you understand all the people who actually like do all the research and whatnot. They're also interested in dinosaurs, right? Like, but because that's their job, they don't get made fun of. It's not childish to be a paleontologist.
I have a doctorate.
Yeah. Even though I'm sure the vast majority of paleontologists or, just fossil workers in general, because you don't have to be a paleontologist to work with fossils and whatnot. I'm sure the vast majority of them are just as enthusiastic about dinosaurs in general as anybody who likes dinosaurs that isn't a paleontologist.
They consciously picked the field they're in.
Yeah.
They didn't, I guess it's all the left.
It's just a job. I needed to do something.
Right.
Right. Like, why would you choose to be a paleontologist if you didn't love dinosaurs or just prehistoric animals in general?
Or biology and things, of that nature.
It's just funny to me. If it's not your job, then it's childish. And it's like, I mean, either it's childish in general, even if it is your job, or it's not childish. Pick one. Why is it childish or embarrassing to have interests? I don't get it.
It seems like in certain circles, like at least in our society, the enthusiasm for actually knowing real stuff seems to be taking a slide.
Yeah. Or it's like just being interested in having a hobby that's not sports or something like that.
Which is not even give you sports.
Yeah. I think there are a lot of people who are really into sports where it's like, you're a fucking nerd.
Yeah, you are.
It's just that you're a nerd about this thing that's athletic. So it's not nerdy. It's like, if you know like the entire history of your favorite team and the stats of their best players, you are just as nerdy as that guy who knows everything about Dungeons and Dragons.
Fantasy football is just D&D for sports nerds.
Exactly. That's but no, because football's manly, so obviously it can't be nerdy. It's like, no, just embrace just that you have a hobby, you have an interest. That's fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Anyway, we were talking about.
Oh yeah.
I got up on that soapbox for a little bit. Let me climb down.
Okay.
From that very tall. It's less of a soapbox and more of a hill I'm willing to die on. So let me stroll down the hill here. Hevisaurus. Their stage attire and their album art. They're all anthropomorphized dinosaurs.
Right.
They all dress up in big dinosaur costumes when they perform, and it just seems like a lot of fun.
It does, and I've seen video footage of the kids in the audience having a great time.
Yeah,
and they're on stage having a great time, dancing around and
being
goofy and.
Was a Finnish child, I would have been absolutely bananas about this. If they had been around when I was a child and if I had been Finnish.
Yeah. As it stands, I'm an unfinished child.
Yes. An unfinished child.
Yeah.
I don't know what that implies, and I don't know if I want to go down that road.
I mean, I'm a 51-year-old man who eats Cheetos and plays video games.
Yeah, but I feel like being an unfinished child I don't know what else it implies.
Yeah, I don't know.
like you're missing parts.
I mean, like
God left me unfinished.
Psychologically.
Okay. All right. They didn't put the last coat of varnish on.
They did not.
But hey, who cares?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they got started in when, like
2008 or 9. Somewhere in there.
This is only like their second album.
This is their second album. They put their first album the year prior.
Yes, this is their second album. They got a lot of albums.
They do.
I think that's not particularly uncommon for like child-friendly bands, where I don't want to say necessarily that it's easy to write, but it is probably.
I mean, you're catering to people with a less refined palate because they haven't been around very long.
Yeah. And there's also just a lot of stuff that can feel new when you're operating under the pretense of dinosaurs.
Yeah. Now these dinosaurs are going to do this thrash metal song about the alphabet.
Yeah. Like you can do a lot of that stuff and it doesn't feel cliche because of the gimmick.
Right.
It's kind of why like cover bands that have a little twist, like Mac Sabbath and whatnot, or those kinds of bands can, they don't feel super cliched because the part of the enjoyment just comes from the fact that it exists at all.
Right. Or Darth metal.
Darth metal.
Yeah.
There's some weed one that's not coming to mind. I don't remember what it is.
Weed one that's not coming to mind.
Yeah.
Sleep.
Oh, Cannabis Corpse.
Oh, that's right, Cannabis Corpse.
I forgot about Cannabis Corpse. But yeah, so they've put out a large number of albums, and I think also when it like musically speaking, because like they take the music very seriously.
They do.
This is like good power metal.
Very well done. Yeah.
But I think there's also a thing with instrumental bands as well, where when you are writing music that doesn't need to have lyrics, there's a lot of instrumental bands that also put out an album like every year.
Right.
And so, when the lyrics are kind of simple and you can sort of put them in anywhere, I feel like you have a recipe for being able to make a lot of music fairly quickly, which, hey, more power to them. Good for them.
Who is the band who just put out an album recently that I think I sent you the picture of it?
I don't know.
I've already forgotten.
I'll
look into that later.
I don't know. I could open up my phone and
you
look
can
at
open
the
your
texts.
phone. Yeah, and see
the
what
texts
I sent
that you have sent me. Let's see.
Igor.
Oh yeah, Igor or Igor.
Yeah, I don't know what it is.
Yeah,
either.
I don't. Where are they? Where the fuck are they from? Are they American or are they not?
I don't know.
So I've seen some stuff by them. They're weird.
Yeah, they're very eccentric. I mean, they're like an all genre band.
Yeah, they've done stuff that fits in just about everywhere.
Right.
They've done really, really weird like EDM stuff. Their music videos are always so fucking bizarre. Like it's a band that I've been aware of for a long time, but I've never given much.
Have we ever talked about them here? I thought we did.
No.
No.
I don't think so.
All right.
I don't recall us ever having talked about them. So how did Hevisaurus get on your radar?
Recently, actually, it was a recent thing. It was a discussion I was listening to, and somebody was saying, you know how I know Finland is awesome? Their kids' music is fucking metal. I'm like, really? And so I researched it and I started listening to it. I'm like, holy shit. What the hell?
This is actually good.
This is good. I'm not a kid, and I'm enjoying this.
Yeah. No, it's this is enjoyable. I mean, all of the song titles are in Finnish,
right.
so I don't know what most of the. Some of them, there's, like we said, there's Hevi Pizza, which is, it has to do with pizza.
Right.
There's
Homonopo. That's definitely on a scooter.
There's something that has roboti at the end, which I'm sure it means robot. And hicca must just be hiccups.
Yeah, because they belch at the end of the.
Yeah, and muffin puffin opportunity. Okay, am I insane, or is half of that song just Walk by Pantera?
It might be, yeah. It's very, very close.
It's really close to Pantera. I was listening to it and going, is this a cover of Pantera? Did they do like a instrumental cover of a Pantera song and then put different lyrics to it? But then the chorus is back to being power metal.
Right.
But the verses are like just Walk. It's the song Walk by Pantera. It sounds almost exact. At least my memory of it. I haven't listened to Pantera in a very long time because I don't particularly. It's mostly Phil Anselmo's fault is the reason why I don't listen to Pantera.
Just sad because they made some very good music.
Yeah, they're an important band. But Phil is just an asshole, and also I don't like the thing that he does. And I hate when other bands imitate this thing.
I actually ate there this morning.
You ate at you went to Pantera Bread?
Yeah, I did.
I saw your coffee cup in the garbage. What is it? Vulgar display of flour?
Right? Yeah,
there we go. Doughboys from Hell. That one doesn't work as well.
No, it doesn't.
No. But does this album slap?
Yeah,
absolutely. Did I ask that already?
No, you did not.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just decide that's the truth. I wasn't able to, or I there might have been a score to find. I just didn't have enough time to do that.
Sure.
But I don't know how well regarded this album is outside of Finland. It performed very, very well in Finland. I don't know how much attention their albums have gotten critically outside of Finland, other than just people going like, hey, for a kids band, this is amazing.
Right.
And I think, just on their own merits, even outside of like, oh, this is for kids, it's pretty good as well. Because that's one of those things that bugs me a little bit, is when people use like, oh, it's for kids as an excuse for something being trash.
Right.
It's like, no, something can be good and also be for kids. Or it can be thoughtful and made with artistic intent and also be for kids.
Right.
The two things are not mutually exclusive.
Because I did mention that kids, they may not have the refined palates, but they're not idiots.
Yeah, they're not stupid.
They can tell when something's good and something's not.
Yeah. I think this is. I mean, it's silly.
Sure.
It's not trying to be like smart or cerebral or anything like that.
Yeah.
But as far as musically being well made, this isn't sloppy. It's not as bare bones. It's not like some weird like AI generated slop that you would randomly find on YouTube in this day and age.
Right.
It's competently made by people. That's I appreciate that about it. What's your favorite song? Because I didn't really write one down because I was just kind of vibing, and then the album was over, and I was like, fuck, I don't know, I don't have time to listen to these again.
I think my favorite song is Kire.
The last song.
Yeah, the last song is great.
Also very short too.
Yeah, it is like 2 minutes long.
Minute 30.
Was it a minute 30?
Yeah. I think. Let's see. I mean, the pizza one. What's it called?
Hevi Pizza?
Hevi Pizza.
Yeah.
I enjoyed that, so why not? I'll
Sure.
say Hevi Pizza was my favorite.
All right.
What medal do you bestow upon this, like, Maskanata to Chewbacca?
I mean, me personally, I give it at least a silver.
I agree. Yeah, no, it's this album. I reserve bronze for albums that I actively dislike.
Right.
And that is absolutely not the case for this.
Right, no.
I enjoyed this. I did not have a bad time while listening to it by any means. So next week, what I want to talk about is an album that I'm surprised you haven't talked about at all, because it's a new album by a band that you love. It's Ascension by Paradise Lost. It's a new Paradise Lost album.
I started tingling when you said that.
Yeah. Yeah, it came out like no more than a couple weeks ago.
I was unaware that had happened.
Yeah, so I want to talk about that next week. I've listened to parts of it already, and I enjoyed it very much so.
Sweet.
So yeah, we'll talk about Ascension by Paradise Lost next week. Until then, why don't you... Yes, you.
Yeah.
We're speaking to you, dear listener. Why don't you go ahead? What? Paul.
Yeah. I don't know.
My brother-in-law's dad is named Paul. I don't know if he listens to this. It would almost be weird if he did, but if you are listening, Paul, hi.
How's it going?
Why don't you go ahead and subscribe to our feed on whatever podcast service you're using to listen to us right now.
Yeah.
And thank you very much for listening to another episode of the Bronze Medalist Podcast. I'm Kale.
I'm OJ.
Congratulations.